A beautiful young woman is carrying a very large suitcase while talking to someone on the phone. Suddenly, a little girl comes running toward her, opens the suitcase, and climbs inside it. The young woman says, "What are you doing?" The girl replies, "Quickly, close the suitcase, my life is in danger." The young woman asks, "Who is your life in danger from?" The girl points toward a man who is coming after her and says, "From him." The young woman quickly closes the suitcase. The man comes up to the young woman and asks, "Did you see a little girl going this way?" The young woman replies, "No, I didn't see anyone going this way." The man says, "She is my daughter. She got angry and ran away." He describes his daughter's appearance to the young woman and says, "If you see her, tell her that her father was looking for her." The young woman says, "All right." The man starts to leave, but then he becomes suspicious of the young woman. He comes back and asks, "What is inside this suitcase?" The young woman nervously replies, "My important belongings are inside." The man says, "I suspect my daughter is inside it." He begins kicking the suitcase. The young woman quickly says, "Stop! My belongings will break." The man replies, "It seems quite strong." The young woman says, "Arguing with you is useless," and she takes the suitcase and leaves. She goes to a park, takes the girl out of the suitcase, and hides her in a small wooden room. After that, she goes to a hotel in the park and asks the waitress, "Where is the bathroom?" Then she quickly goes to the bathroom. The man, who has been following the young woman, also comes to the hotel and asks the waitress, "Did a girl wearing a yellow suit come here?" The waitress says, "Yes, she went to the bathroom." The man knocks on the bathroom door. The young woman says, "Don't you know this is the women's bathroom?" The man replies, "I know. My daughter is inside your suitcase." The young woman says, "How could a girl be inside a suitcase?" The man says, "Until you give me my daughter, I'm not leaving." The young woman says, "I'm calling the police." The man leaves. The young woman calls the police and says, "I am at a hotel in City Park. Please come quickly because a little girl's life is in danger. A man wants to kill her." When the young woman comes out of the hotel, the man is sitting on a chair. He says to her, "If you value your life, quietly come and sit with me." The young woman sits beside him. The man says, "I am sure my daughter is inside your suitcase." Just then the waitress comes and asks, "What would you like to order?" The man says, "We don't want to eat anything." But the young woman says, "I want to order something." She secretly signals the waitress with her hand asking for help. The waitress understands and says to the young woman, "Give me a hug. You are my childhood friend." "Sorry, I didn't recognize you." The young woman says, "We are meeting after so many years." They take a selfie together. The waitress takes out her phone and asks the man, "Please take our photo." The man takes the picture. The waitress then gives the phone to the young woman and says, "Write your number so I can send you the picture." The young woman writes on the phone, "The little girl is locked in the wooden room. Take her out. I have also called the police. They will arrive soon." The waitress says, "I'll bring your order." She goes near the wooden room and tells the girl to come out. The girl comes out. Then the waitress comes from behind with a flower bouquet and hits the man hard on the head. The man becomes unconscious. The police arrive and arrest the man. Soon, the girl's mother arrives and hugs her daughter tightly. She thanks both young women and says, "I will remember your kindness for the rest of my life." Saying this, she leaves with her daughter. Always stay aware of your surroundings and help others whenever you can. If you like the video,